This week, Earth has experienced a series of cataclysms that have left their mark worldwide. There have been so many disasters that it's impossible to fit them all into one video. Today, we will show you the most serious disasters that occurred on our planet during the week from July 31st to August 6th. You will also learn why information about the climate is increasingly becoming the subject of censorship and distortion. And most importantly, you will understand why it is crucial for all of us to know the truth about what is happening on Earth. Saudi Arabia. Since August 3rd, Saudi Arabia has been hit by devastating rains, causing some of the worst floods in recent years in the Jazan region. The water flooded roads and streets, paralyzing the city and leading to widespread power outages. After 10 hours of continuous downpour, a bridge between the cities of Abu Arish and Sabia collapsed. As a result, one person died and several others were injured. A rare phenomenon for these areas, a waterspout, formed off the coast of Farasan Island. On August 4th, extreme rains hit Mecca, the holy city for Muslims, causing significant flooding and damaging infrastructure. USA. Tropical Hurricane Debbie struck the coast of Florida, USA, on August 5th, causing catastrophic flooding and severe damage across the state. In the city of Sarasota and surrounding areas, rainfall in some places exceeded 760 millimeters. After weakening to a tropical storm, it began slowly moving northeast inland, pouring a massive amount of rain along the way. Up to 300 millimeters of rain fell along the coast within 24 hours. In South Carolina, the storm triggered a tornado that destroyed several businesses and damaged many buildings. Tropical Storm Debbie led to the cancellation of more than 1,600 flights across the country and left over 350,000 people without power. At least 6 people were killed. Canada. On August 5th, a hailstorm with rain and strong winds hit the northern areas of Calgary, Canada. Hail the size of golf balls left behind shattered windows, damaged walls and roofs of houses, wrecked cars, and destroyed gardens. Calgary International Airport was partially closed due to damage from the storm. Local residents were shocked by the amount of hail and the enormous damage it caused to the city. Chile. Starting from July 31st, heavy rains and strong winds hit Chile. Several regions experienced widespread water and phone service outages. Roads and bridges were damaged, dozens of homes were completely destroyed, and nearly 5,000 were damaged. 4 people died, 2 went missing, and 6 were injured. It is worth noting that strong winds are uncommon in the Chilean capital, Santiago. For example, the average wind speed in August is about 9 kilometers per hour. However, on August 2nd, a wind gust reached an incredible 124 kilometers per hour in the city. At the same time, the temperature suddenly increased by 10 degrees Celsius in just half an hour. According to climatologists, this is a completely atypical and unstudied phenomenon for this region. The wind uprooted around 2,000 trees. Operations at Santiago International Airport were suspended, and the air traffic control tower staff was evacuated. Across the country, more than 1 million customers were left without electricity. 4 days after the storm, nearly 400,000 subscribers were still without power. Italy. On August 4th, the fifth eruption of Mount Etna since the beginning of July occurred. Lava fountains and an ash cloud rose 10 kilometers from the Voragine crater. Flights were cancelled at Catania Airport. The island of Sicily was covered in ash. A state of emergency was declared in the region. Preliminary estimates suggest that collecting, removing, and disposing of the ash will require approximately 15 million euros. Spain. A sudden downpour hit the capital of Spain, Madrid, on August 2nd. In just 10 minutes of rain, the streets turned into rivers, and metro and suburban train stations were flooded. A devastating storm with heavy rain and large hail struck the province of Barcelona. All street furniture was damaged, basements were flooded, and hailstones up to 4 centimeters in size shattered windows and car bodies. Near the city of Vic, the overhead contact system caught fire, leading to the evacuation of around 100 passengers from a train. Russia. On August 3rd, a state of emergency was declared in Buryatia due to flooding. 4 districts of the republic were hit by the disaster. The Konch-Orloisk Dam could not withstand the pressure of the enormous amount of water brought by prolonged rains. Traffic on the Baikal Federal Highway was stopped due to the washing out of several sections. Water flooded homes and yards and washed away hundreds of meters of railway tracks. 170 kilometers of roads were damaged. In the village of Novoilinsk, only the railway bridge withstood the force of the disaster. 4 road bridges and 3 pedestrian bridges were destroyed by the raging torrent. More than 100 people were evacuated. Local residents lost their crops and livestock. On August 3rd, after an abnormal heat wave, severe storms with large hail hit Altai. The wind knocked down dozens of trees, power lines, and damaged house roofs. One lightning strike hit a cafe, causing the building to catch fire. In the recreation areas of Biryuzovaya Khatun and Lake Aya, trees fell on the cars of vacationers. In several settlements, hailstones the size of chicken eggs fell. Aviation incidents. On August 3rd, a passenger jet of Uzbekistan Airways was on a flight from Krasnoyarsk to Tashkent at an altitude of 11 kilometers over the border between Russia and Kazakhstan. The aircraft encountered a zone of severe hail. This is an extremely unusual meteorological phenomenon for such an altitude. The cockpit windows and the nose of the airliner were damaged. Fortunately, the aircraft landed safely in the capital of Uzbekistan. China. On August 3rd, sudden floods and landslides in Sichuan province, China, resulted in the deaths of 8 people, with another 19 still missing. During the night, a massive landslide destroyed a car bridge connecting 2 tunnels on a highway. At least 3 vehicles with people inside plunged into a ravine. The landslide then struck a nearby village. Several houses with sleeping residents were buried under tons of debris. Pakistan. On August 1st, the city of Lahore, Pakistan, experienced a record amount of rainfall. Water flooded roads and highways, entered residential homes, and even emergency rooms in the Kohat district. Rains flooded the basement of a house where people were sleeping. 11 people, all members of one family, died. India. As a result of heavy rains in northern India, at least 21 people have died, and more than 50 are missing. The rains and floods have caused massive destruction to infrastructure. On July 31st, a red alert was issued in Delhi, and all schools were closed. In the city of Jaipur, Rajasthan state, streets turned into rivers, basements were flooded, and several buildings collapsed. In Himachal Pradesh state, bridges, houses, and roads were damaged. The day before, a series of massive landslides hit the Wayanad district in the southern state of Kerala. This was the result of abnormally heavy rains in the region. The landslides struck homes during the night while people were sleeping, leading to a significant number of casualties. According to local media, the death toll has already exceeded 400 people, with around 200 still missing. Rescue operations were hampered by the destruction of bridges and roads, as well as continuous heavy rains. It is noteworthy that in India, following the severe landslides in Kerala, a ban was imposed on scientists investigating the site and commenting on it in the media. However, due to public outcry, the ban was lifted just a few hours later. This is not an isolated case. Various countries are increasingly facing restrictions and bans on information, particularly regarding climate issues. We have long warned that this would happen and that it is a very troubling sign. It indicates that governments are beginning to realize just how serious the climate situation is, and that they lack a truly effective solution. As a result, to avoid causing panic, information must be restricted or suppressed. These restrictions will only increase as climate chaos intensifies. We all know where this will lead, but the truth is, there is a solution. It has been presented multiple times at the Global Crisis Forums. The proposed solution benefits everyone. Do you know why politicians fail to see it and why our voices are not heard? Because the solution doesn't fit within the existing societal frameworks, which are built on competition among nations for leadership and dominance. To solve this global problem, genuine partnership based on equality, openness, and fairness is essential. Understand how this works, and once you do, share it with others. If the majority of people truly desire the problem to be solved in the best way possible, it will be solved because politicians are compelled to follow the will of the people. Remember, the fate of humanity is in your hands, and the decision is being made right now.